I might actually sing. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I only agree to do this if you at one point break out the song. If it doesn't happen, I'm leaving.
Oh, I almost forgot. The playlist for tonight. Did you guys listen to the podcast from last week?
Just sing.
No playlist, only you singing. That's all.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
We'll yell over you. You just sing.
That would be funny.
Are we doing 21 Pilots?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta start over.
It's not the worst thing in the world to hear it twice.
It is a really good song. Actually, like, I don't really listen to much, but I like this. I don't really listen to much rap at all, but I do like this.
Oh,
it's rhythmic. It's not. It's but at the same time, it's not redundant.
This is their fourth album. Not that it's a bad album, but the first and the second major ones were my favorite by far. I think what I liked about his earlier stuff is it was like clearly written that there would never be an audience for it, so he just wrote it, and then as they actually started performing and actually going out and getting bigger, you kind of have this like uncensored like view into his life almost.
I could definitely see how this continues to be popular. Stuff like this is, and what it really comes down to is they're really putting their heart and soul into this, and you get the experience of the person. It's not like tons of the music that's out there that's manufactured, if you will. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and like the lead
it's
singer,
like formulated.
The lead singer's name is Tyler, and he's had a lot of mental health problems throughout his life. And now that we're kind of getting to a point where like it's not quite as stigmatized as it was, he kind of like can give a voice to it. And when MTV kind of made them like MTV has like their band of the month or year or something,
right. Yeah.
They got a huge following from that.
And just for anybody who doesn't listen to him and hears this song and think they're all rap, they're not all rap. He does rap in quite a few songs, but they also have a lot of good like melodic, piano-driven songs, and it's a lot of good music. I like everything they do. I don't think there's a song I've heard by them I don't like. So.
Oh, and his rap's even like melodic in itself compared to a lot of other rap hip hop genre, in my opinion, anyway.
Watching the videos, they're like freaking me out, like every single one.
Some of them are kind of weird.
Like, groped, and I'm
like there's the last one there. It was even like a gruesome murder, like some chick like strangling the guy. I looked. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm seeing like this wire go through his neck. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, because I think you were talking at the time, DT, and I'm like,
yeah.
What'd he say? Oh, she got him again. Oh, she got him again.
That one was just on with the kid, with the MGMT, the kids.
I hate
monsters.
I
was like,
the monsters, yeah. Oh gosh, they're so creepy. I had to look away in that one because it was distracting me.
The kid crying, I just like, oh, stop!
The problem was, if I wasn't talking during that time, I probably would have voted to skip. But I was in the middle of something, and I'm like, all right, I gotta wrap this up so I can vote to skip. And then it was done by the time I shut up.
I think that's happened for a couple of songs of mine too.
I'm in an ad.
Right. Ads. I maybe that I never even thought of that. I actually have an ad blocker on.
Oh yeah.
Some people may not like to hear that, but
I have it as well. It's fantastic. I agree though. Some people probably wouldn't like to hear that.
I can't stand advertisements. I understand they make the world go round. But for fuck's sakes, I see enough advertisements and hear enough advertisements throughout my day. I don't need to see it all night
everything
long.
You do.
I picture the future. They already. I've been trying to keep up with innovation stuff, and they're already trying to bring out technology that will has face recognition that will help show you how to shop, or it will it'll be personalized shopping or something. I think we talked about this last podcast. What movie was that? The Vanilla Sky? The Tom Cruise.
That rings a bell. But
I'm not much of a movie buff, so.
where he had to change out his eyes for somebody else's eyes, and it had so when he's walking down, all of the stores that he's walking beside are going, "Hi, Mr. Miyoto, welcome into and because it was recognizing his eyes, and all the advertisements were for this other guy. Minority Report, that's the one. I always mix those two up. I think I did it last time. Minority Report, Vanilla Sky. Not a Tom Cruise fan?
Actually, I've seen very little of anything he's been in. I know it's kind of weird, but
I'm just not much of a movie guy. I watch your blockbusters and your superhero flicks, and that's about it.
I don't even like the superhero ones. I feel like that horse has been beat enough.
Yeah, I try
Really?
to talk sense into him on this DT.
Are you serious?
The thing is, my roommate's the same way. It's like you can just keep remaking the same thing over and over again. I just don't like them. I don't know what else to say about it.
See, that's how I feel about zombies. I'm like, my eyes balls. But like for a long time now already, like way before everybody else. Oh yeah, zombies. Enough zombies.
I still like zombie flicks and zombie shows. I love The Walking Dead. And Walking Dead's actually getting to the point now where it's not even about the zombies anymore. So
yeah, that's why I stopped watching.
It stopped being that in season 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even more.
Got too dramatic for me.
I read the comic books. I read the comic books. It's I like it a lot.
Yeah, I don't like drama.
It also helps that you watch it with the wifey. It's kind of like a family activity almost.
Yeah, it's funny how they rope you into something sometimes, and sometimes you can do
I wrote
the way around.
That one.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my idea.
I guess it's Sav roping her written all over it.
That and Game of Thrones.
There's a good question right there that we can pose to everybody else. Even is there a TV show or a movie? Well, let's keep it TV shows. Is there like a TV series that you rope somebody else into watching? For me, it would be I roped the T-Dub into watching Face Off with me, and Face Off is a makeup effects competition. She's kind of artsy, so she doesn't mind, but that was be one for me.
I just want to interject real quick and say, damn whoever picked this song. I fucking hear this song every night. It drives me nuts.
The Saint Motel thing?
Yes.
It's funny.
The horn line or whatever it is drives me insane. I'm done with the song.
It's funny how we T-Dub and I talk about this all the time, and we actually, she's always looking for new music, and so oftentimes we'll hear hit songs sometimes a year before they actually become big, and then the radio stations just kill it. They kill it for you. They play it over and over and over and over, and you're just like, and then you're tired of hearing it. You can't stand it. But I still like this song though.
This song drives me nuts. But anyway,
no, I'm not voting it just because I want Sav to have to listen to it.
You don't understand. Like I'm when I'm working at night, this is a song I must hear it probably 5 times a night. It's just
really. Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta change your radio station.
I wrote my wife into Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, but she actually wrote me into The Office, which I thought is like, I don't watch sitcoms, I don't watch comedies, I'm not a big fan of any of that, and I love that show. I absolutely fucking love that show, and I miss it so much.
I'm always the person that gets roped in. I am very much a creature of habit. If I'm left to my own devices, I'll come home, play video games for 8 hours a day, sleep, wake up, work, video games, and repeat. But my roommate, the most recent, he always ropes me into shows, and the most recent one, it's not a new show by any means, but they put Malcolm in the Middle on Netflix, and putting it on, and I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna watch this. And as I was talking there, I actually did rope him into one, American Horror Story.
Okay.
My wife
I wanted to watch it one time and put it on, and after the first episode, we're like, so we're gonna binge watch this until it's over.
Man, my wife tried to get me into that. I couldn't get into it.
My favorite was the first one.
That's what she said.
Not that I hated. A lot of people hated the second season. I didn't hate it, nor did I hate the third season. It's just I like the first one the most.
Trophy Wife has dragged me into many so much I can't even count. And part of the reason is I believe it or not, I lived a sheltered life for a very first bit of my life. My parents were very religious, and so everything was not allowed. So there was a lot of stuff I didn't see out of the world. A lot of pop culture and things, and so she'll drag me into some old stuff. She's a very big fan of the 80s things, and so I always see. But then you get going, you watch it, and you're like, wow, this is really actually. I'm glad I watched this because this is kind of part of history. Recently, she's got me roped into watching Frasier all over again. Not that that's something that I didn't watch, but yeah.
I'm not a sitcom guy.
Yeah.
Never have been.
What would you say would be probably your favorite TV genre then? Drama?
Cartoons.
Yeah.
Seriously, I don't watch TV. Like I'd rather, if I'm watching TV, I'm watching sports or I'm watching the news.
Sports. Yep.
Well,
sports and the news. That's
I guess
pretty much all I really watch.
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna say at this point you can add Walking Dead and things like that. But those are TV series.
They came from like Walking Dead came from a comic book. So I put that together in my head before I even sat down to watch it. I'm like, oh, this came from a comic book. It's got to be cool. So I sat down and watched it. The same thing with Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was a book, huge novel, and so I kind of how I got into those. Like I got to find. I don't have Netflix. I got to find a way to watch a Daredevil show on Netflix.
Fun fact: the Daredevil, or pardon me, not the Daredevil, the guy who plays Kingpin in the Netflix series is in the new Jurassic World movie that we just saw the other night.
Yes, I did hear that, yes.
I saw that movie.
Yeah, I saw it the other night too. Yeah, let's not make any spoilers, but it was, I like it. I liked it a lot. It's funny, I'm hearing so many mixed reports. Some people are saying they thought it was worse than the others, and some people say it was the best one ever. I personally think it's probably one of the better ones, the best ones.
That's good.
I liked it. My problem with it was the ending. I won't give it away, but it just seemed way too coincidental and
obvious.
Like it wasn't even that. It was like they looked at him and like I don't want to spoil it too much, but the dinosaurs basically looked at the humans and they're like, "We got this," and I'm like, "No, come on, no, it's not believable at this point." No,
I think it was fun to watch. But I don't necessarily say that makes it a good movie. I hated the characters, and there were I kept watching it. Yeah. I'm like, you had to have a terrible character progression to make this plot point happen.
I like Chris Pratt though.
And so, other than him, I did like him. Okay. He is the one exception to what I just said.
He's a very good casting for the role.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like it's just like they did so many shady and unethical things to like advance the plot that I can't figure any normal human other than like somebody as terrible as like Hitler or somebody like awful, right. Other than like those extreme 0.01% people. I can't think of a group that would just do something like some of the things they did.
I agree.
That's what I didn't like about it.
What lost me too. Like I love the first one because it was kind of almost like believable. Like they were almost trying to convince you this was possible, and like so you kind of took that into the movie. Like, oh my god, this could happen someday. And then like this movie just went the other direction. Like this is never going to happen ever.
And only because it is a minor point, I'm going to say it to be specific, and I think it's funny. The aviary, when they blow it open and they're like they kill the end of the movie's all done, and it's like you realize that they're still just flying all around the world. They're not confined to this island. I actually forgot about that. You're right. They're hitting Florida tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's the other thing too. I think that they take for granted when some people are going into the movie expecting to see a new story, but in fact the writers went the other direction. Like Sasa is kind of saying is like that they're assuming that you already know, that you've already seen the first movie and that you already know all the history, and they've now been doing this for 20 years and this is where they're at. So if I went into the film like with that mindset, and I think that's some of the difference there. I don't know.
One more time for that, because I was a big Michael Crichton fan. I actually read all but maybe one of his books. And like I really loved the Jurassic Park book and the Lost World book, and I hate what they did to the Lost World movie as opposed to what the book was. So like I kind of felt like, even though I actually really enjoyed Jurassic Park 3, which is weird but I hated what they did to 2, and then like this I just thought was like almost I kind of enjoyed the movie because I still like dinosaurs. I like the carnage and the fun of a dinosaur movie.
Yep.
But I just thought it was like a bastardization of the series. I really did.
I completely concur.
Sav, you mentioned earlier like one of your favorite TV series, possibly cartoons. Like, do you mean like adult cartoons?
He means like Teletubbies.
I mean, no, I was actually never a big. I watched The Simpsons. I watched Family Guy, but I've like over the years I've kind of just gotten over them. I don't really watch them anymore. I will go back. I have DVDs of Transformers when I was a kid, like the 1980s Transformers. I watched those. I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with my kid. Stuff like that.
So what about like Archer?
Nah, never even heard of it.
You have to realize DT Sav is really old, and so there's a lot of things that those of us with a youthful mind, he just doesn't understand, and he's learning to accept it. It's taken a while. I try to remind him every day he's getting older, and he's getting there. He's getting there.
I hate you. I hate you. I do admit that I do grunt a lot when I get up, though. Like my knees don't work like they used to.
Oh God, I know, right? You can start getting older. You wake up and it's only when you get older when you can wake up and feel like you've actually hurt yourself and haven't done anything. Oh my God, my neck!
Like, what the hell is wrong with my back?
Right? Sav, you've got it. How many kids?
Just one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how old now?
He is 5. He'll be 6 in November. He's getting to the point now with the video games. Like he's been playing a lot of he used to play a lot of Mario's. He's played a lot of Skylanders. He's been playing a lot of the Lego games now. Like I don't even know what he's doing. Like I don't know how to play these stupid games. And
it's amazing how fast they pick it up, right?
He can't even read yet. He's having me read the achievement to him so he can go do it.
Oh my gosh!
Like he was doing it to me earlier. He was playing this Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on the Wii U. And he's like, Daddy, what's this one say? And I'll be like, oh, you have to go find this mushroom. And he's like, all right. And like 5 minutes later, and he has it done. And he's on to the next achievement.
Holy smokes. Have you ever Let's Played with him?
No, I have not. I've thought about it.
I would watch that. I would, a 5-year-old like kicking ass. That'd be cool.
I've thought about it, but like the games he plays, like I don't know. I can't get interested. I try, but I just can't get in. Like even he has like Lego Marvel. Like that's probably the only one I'm even vaguely interested in. He has Lego Marvel Universe or something like that. That one's pretty cool because it has like 100-something Marvel characters in it.
Yeah, I've heard this. They're pretty good.
But they're all kind of like all those Lego games are pretty much the same mechanics. So it's like I can't get into it.
Sav, you want to be scared, Sav?
Do I?
There's a chance your kid turns out something like me. When my first time I ever crawled, my parents were pulling a Nintendo controller across the floor, and I was crawling after it. I had never crawled before that. So get ready. 20 years.
I already said I don't play Call of Duty anymore, but he could be MLG Pro. They make good money. I mean, look at them. Right? Some of them make pretty good money.
Right? Give you a professional gamer someday. You're
absolutely.
You're training an athlete here. Yeah, he's absolutely. Yeah.
He sucks at baseball, but damn, he can beat.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, well, funny we laugh about that, but I mean, we're seeing it already.
It's a thing.
We're seeing it already. You're right. Yeah.
I read somewhere that there were schools giving scholarships for League of Legends. It could have been a bogus article. I did not check. I don't remember. It was a while ago when I read that. But if there's any validity to that at all, that's, I mean, where they're going to be when he hits college.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you can't really get into to his video games and stuff. But what about food wise? Do you end up eating a lot of kid stuff? Do you end up eating like a lot of cereal?
And I listen to it all.
I still listen. I still eat cereal. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
still love the kids' cereals. Even before he was around, my wife thinks it's funny because she eats Wheaties and Cheerios, and I'm eating freaking Fruity Pebbles and Lucky Charms and absolutely. I've been eating that stuff for years. I won't give that up.
Yeah. So what would you say would be your favorite flavor or a brand of cereal?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a tough one. There's so many of them. I really like Cookie Crisp. I really like Fruity Pebbles.
Nice choice.
I like Cocoa Pebbles. Oh,
those are better.
I can't decide which one's better.
The Cocoa Rice Krispies are good too. They're not quite as rigid as the.
You know what I miss?
Pebbles.
I missed the Rice Krispie treat cereal. That was a really good cereal too.
The treat cereal. What do you mean?
It was like having
like
a
the
Rice Krispie treat. Yeah, the marshmallow. Yeah, they used to have a cereal. It was like chunks of it.
Really?
That cereal. Yeah.
That would be weird.
There's also awesome. What's it called? Oh, my favorite growing up was that Count Chocula.
Oh yeah.
God. They only sell that around Halloween now. That and the Mummy.
Really?
I've had that for years.
The Mummy.
You can still get it. Really?
You get it out during Halloween, like in
I'm
September. They'll start selling.
I'm gonna buy like 10 cases of this.
Was it the Frankenberry?
Frankenberry. Yeah.
Blueberry, the Mummy, whatever the Mummy was, the Yummy Mummy or something. They sell all those like in September. You have to like get there like the day they put them out because they sell like that. They sell real quick.
Yeah. We don't get them up in Canada anymore. We did for a time, very short time. There's actually just recently been a kind of a sad story that came out, a Canadian thing, where are you guys familiar with like Frosted Flakes? Like the Tony the Tiger guy that I use as my icon. The company that started it, Kellogg's, Canadian company based out of Ontario, just this past March shut down one of their plants. Their last Canadian plant, and they've now ceased to make Kellogg cereal for the Canadian market. There was a story that was in the news. This family in Ontario got their big family-sized large box of Frosted Flakes, and on the bag inside, when they opened it up, they noticed there was some writing on it. And they look at the writing, and it says, "This is officially the last box of cereal made for the Canadian market by Kellogg's." And then there was 3 names written on there of the 3 guys who had been working at that plant for 30 years, and that was their last day on the job.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Pretty sad story. Sad day in Canadian history. Yeah. And then with that in mind, like I was like, that was one of my favorites, was Frosted Flakes always. And not just because of the Tony the Tiger thing.
No, it's because it's Tony the Tiger.
No, but I like a close.
Right. I endorse this cereal.
So, but the other favorite would always be Lucky Charms. I always they
actually have a Tony the
went
Tiger
through different things.
Cereal bowl, by the way.
Do you really?
I have a Tony the Tiger cereal bowl that I use. Yes, absolutely. My wife thinks it's the funniest fucking thing in the world. Here I am with my Tony the Tiger cereal bowl, eating kids cereal. She thinks it's hilarious.
Defending our public from harm.
32 years old, and I'm eating Lucky Charms out of a Frosted Flakes bowl, and then I carry a gun for a living.
I guess legally allowed to carry a gun and defend the public, and he does it with cereal.
Absolutely.
There's a good comic in that. What about you, Charlie? What about your favorite cereals? Or you said, what was it? Count Chocula?
Count Chocula was great. We have not said a cereal I didn't like. Let's put it that way. I'm very much I don't do it so much anymore, but I was very much a like on spree kind of guy where like I'd eat the same thing for like a month, and all of a sudden I'd start eating something else. And so I would always say my favorite's just whatever I was eating at the time.
Yeah, I'd say it used to be for me probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I think I ate so much of it over the past.
Oh, you get
years,
kind of tired of the taste, right?
Tired of it.
Yeah. I think I went through that phase too.
I do have a double-sized box in my cabinet.
So,
like I feel like I've gained weight from this conversation. I feel like I've eaten a box of each of these.
And it's funny now that I work overnights now, so I don't really eat as much cereal as I used to, but I still get it in on the weekends, and I still have to go up there and get my cereal.
No,
2:30 in the morning. I'll start chomping down on some.
But it's funny that you say we're talking about the weight kind of thing, but they going back to that story, they say that the reason why they've had to close the plant is because more and more people are not eating cereal anymore. That they simply their sales their sales are way down, and they simply couldn't afford to stay open.
Wow.
Which is it's an amazing thing to think about. Like I'm shocked myself. I'm like, if I wasn't lactose intolerant, man, I'd still be. I've still got cereal that sits there just because I like to look at it. Like I told the T-Dub, she's not allowed to touch them. Well, now, especially now that I know that there isn't going to be made anymore, I got my boxes. I don't care if they go stale in there; they're going to sit there. And they say, I mean. They say it's because of the quote unquote health trend that society is taking. That people think they should be eating other things like bran muffins and shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, if you consume that much sugar early on, you're just gonna crave it later when your blood sugar drops. So I mean that there could be part of that, and then you have the people who think you'll lose weight by not eating breakfast, which is not a good idea ever. But I could see why it would cause problems.
I just noticed the other day, like when I was in the supermarket, like the cereal aisle isn't what it used to be. It used to be an entire aisle. Like from front of the store to the back of the store, one aisle, it was all cereal. And now you go in the supermarket and it's like a half an aisle, or it's like one side of the shelf. It's not the whole aisle anymore. And it's kind of it's almost depressing. Like there's not as much variety.
Yeah. This is what you think about. At the end of the day, you can't sleep at night.
Nightmares.
Think of all the good cereal they don't make.
Nightmares of going to the grocery store and all the cereal's gone.
Where the hell am I?
Like one of my favorite cereals when I was a kid was the I don't even know. I don't know if they had it in Canada. And Charlie, you're probably too young to even remember it. They had an ice cream cone cereal. They had fucking ice cream cone cereal. It was Rocky Road and all this other bullshit in the cereal.
Yeah,
it was the best cereal in the world.
Yeah.
And they stopped selling it, like stuff like that. I remember all these cereals when I was a kid, and they stopped making all of them.
Yeah.
Like the Rice Krispie treat cereal I mentioned earlier. Like they don't have that anymore.
If you think about it, there's a lot worse things out there that you can eat right now than that type of a bowl of cereal.
McDonald's.
Oh my god, right? or yeah.
Calories
well, never mind like the whole racks and racks of chocolate bars and candy that you can get, right? Or specialty stores that are just revolved around chocolate. And I mean, that's a whole debatable chocolate, whether or a debatable topic, chocolate.
I mean, even the sugary cereals are still going to give you 25% of your daily value of vitamin A, D, E, or whatever the hell. So
and some fiber.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm curious. What exactly is your setup right now, Sab?
My setup I use a microphone.
You can tell the guy's extremely talented. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I like that he actually says things.